What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you, more than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers. The one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you, and you, y'all. Higher is weighing, low is available, but either way, we gotta go on tour. Now, I'm gonna do something a little bit different here. I'm gonna play this song because we need to remember what this show is about, just a little bit of it, because I'm just gonna let you know right now, if you got any kids in the room, for their mental health, the space of what can be for them and how they are able to move forward, I need you, in the words of a song, move them, get them out the way, because it's grown folk time today. So here's the song. Damn it, roll. Because
I know it took me some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be.
We were hoping for this PJ Morton.
I know it was never you. I just needed to work on me.
But you have to be willing to do it for your
Now
damn
I'm
self
ready.
first.
I'm ready.
These people were not ready.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to love.
Come on, PJ Morton. Tell us more, brother, please. Because we don't need some help here.
You're always on my mind.
Nobody
Don't
has
know
any
what
kind
I
of
was
anybody's
waiting
mind.
for.
Get that straight.
I guess I still had some fear, but now there's no need to.
This
look
was beyond
anymore.
fear. This was purely stupid.
Cause now I'm ready. I'm ready to love. Oh, I'm ready.
Y'all can chime in if y'all want to talk the song, but I'm playing this for a good damn reason. Lord, please.
People search their whole life for what we have.
Some people don't give a fuck about this
For a love like this, there will end.
None of this was lasting.
Until the end of time.
The time was not respected.
Oh, so I'll cherish these moments like they're late.
Well, these moments were the last of
Life
them.
is short, they go by so fast.
They didn't even see the speed
I'm so
happening.
happy that you're
It was not
mine.
there being happy that you found somebody. Damn it.
I know it took me some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be. Oh,
Apparently, there was no
now I'm
process to talk
ready.
about.
I'm ready to love.
Nobody was ready, but we thank you for that, PJ Moore. With that being said, welcome into the show, everybody. GGQ, what's good?
Listen, the song, I love that song, okay? And what I'm about to say, I'm saying this, I'm being funny, but I'm also being serious in a way. But see how you was interrupting the song? It was a good song, and you like, this could actually be something good, but it kept getting interrupted. I feel like that's the shit Vince was doing with the relationship with Donnah. He kept doing shit to interrupt what could have been so lovely. And you know what? That was just a great introduction, honestly. That
Thank
fits
you.
perfectly
Thank
with
you.
what we have seen.
And isn't it sad that everything that I was saying throughout that song had more truth than what happened in part one of this damn reunion?
Listen,
The most beautiful thing about that song is the song. That's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This reunion was one for the books. And I really feel like part two might even be even better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if nobody. I think the only person ready to love is Tommy. He's the only person. I really never seen Tommy Tommy's getting frustrated a little bit. I don't know if I really sensed that. Like Mo BS type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Especially after you definitely seen it, especially with Vince. It's like, okay, this is how we're already starting out, but then it just continued on. And yeah, you definitely could see the frustration. That you're right. One for the books, though. One for the books.
And for the books for sure. And like I said, y'all know normally I don't like interrupting good stuff like that, but I felt like we need the song as a mirror, and everything that I said within that was just to let y'all know watching right now on the replay, and for us up here, that we are not alone with each other. So I hope that everything that I said throughout that song, no disrespect to PJ Moore, but hopefully that reached you to let you know, okay, you clocked in, and your brain is not feeling, the terror of what the fuck. You're not alone here. So I hope what I said throughout that song helps y'all, because all those thoughts I said what I meant what I said. Because what the fuck was this shit?
Listen, let me just say that.
Oh God,
the plants in the pot had a stronger connection than everyone on that stage.
The same set design had a stronger love connection.
I'm crying, laughing. She said the pots got a better.
Yes. Yes.
I'm crying. I'm
Like,
crying. That was crazy.
No
it's
lie told
crazy
though.
what we seen. Okay. Now, before we even start, we already gave the disclaimer. This is for mature audiences only because listen, y'all who have been following us and have been rocking with us throughout the season, y'all know personally, I have not liked Vince. It has
At all.
taken me some time to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to give him a chance. And this is why I didn't like him. Okay. Y'all see why I had such a strong sentiment towards him. Like, the disdain, not in disdain. I don't even, it was frustration. I could see it. He's full of shit. And it just rolled out. But let's go ahead and get going with this because I feel like this is definitely going to be a good one.
We need a 3-parter, damn it. I can't do no 2 parts. Damn it. I need a 3-parter. Shit.
This is why we need the live studio audience. We need to have, viewer interactions. Like let's bring that back. Let's go ahead and get back to doing that so that we can actually put the show back into the viewers' hands.
Yes, because there were some unsaid questions that needed to be asked. So we start off with the same set design. Okay, let's get that straight. All this time, 11 seasons, and y'all just... I mean, damn, this is the living room.
They need to name this reunion. What I'm trying to tell you, the dumb and the crazy. Why the big crazy stuff in this series? I'm talking about like, man, it really didn't do the guys any justice. You know, most of the women it seemed like were more ready to love than the guys. Some guys were full of BS, and they haven't even got there yet. So, God,
No, fully agree. You kind of...
Yeah, that's definitely true. The fact that the women definitely were more ready to love than the men. And I will say, for the fact that there's already so much craziness going on and Darius hasn't even opened his mouth yet.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
No, it does. It does. And Q, if you can, my brother, you were speaking clearly before. I think we heard mostly of what you said, but I think something shifted. If you can. By the way, nephew Tommy gave some production tea for y'all. Production takes about 12 weeks, which comes out to 2.7 months. So what I did was I went to my calendar, and y'all know me being the media nerd that I am, along with Gigi, I decided to just take the 12 months. So basically from May 10th through the 16th, all the way to July 26th to August 1st is 12 weeks. So May, June, July, so 3 months that they do this show. That is pretty typical. I know The Bachelor usually tapes about 7 to 8 weeks. So basically 4 extra weeks on. So that is just a pro tip for everybody, just in case you ever are wondering like how long, what's the minutia of this. So opens up on that, and nephew Tommy says the flyest group ever. I feel nephew Tommy, in the words of Michael Jordan, took this personally when he saw this happening. Like, maybe I should not have said the flyest group ever, because what the flying fuck? Okay. Diamond is not there, but she wanted to be there, and she has some things going on. So much love, prayers, and much love, grace, and space, rather, Diamond. Mixing and mingling to happen throughout the night. And y'all, we get into it with this couple, this former couple. Okay, I'm gonna try to get through this. try to get through this. I said to Gigi before that, you know, most of the time I'm usually the host of the show, but today I feel like I'm going to be really just a commenter today because the heat, the intensity, and the no fucks given energy I have for this motherfucking piece of shit bastard is to no end. Let's get into it. So Vince and Donnah, Vince's quirkiness and Donna's beauty was everything, and they were laughing at all the moments. And Donnah said, "Y'all who?" From there, after decision day, they were getting to know each other. 5 weeks later, Donnah was at a coffee shop, her coffee shop, to get coffee. I don't believe she works at a coffee shop, but either way, she was there. And Lauren and Donnah was talking, and Vince was last on her list. So apparently, Vince and Lauren continue to date each other. And Vince said he should have said that specifically. Donnah said that we were going to explore our romantic connection. We weren't ready to be exclusive then because the process just happened too fast. But she was more upset that it wasn't the fact that you couldn't date anybody else, but the fact that you were dating continuously somebody from the show. And I've never seen Nephew Tommy really pissed. But to Q's point, I did feel the energy of like, hold on, dog. She chose you. That should have been a commitment in your brain to be about her if she was that way about you. Because we know if this was on the other foot, everybody would have dragged Donnah. Okay? And so, you know, Donnah was just standing on business of the fact that, you know, Lauren seems to have, you know, low self-esteem, this, that, and the third. And Lauren, I'm going to just say this to you, quite frankly. Donnah said everything that needed to be said. Sorry. And the thing that really gets to me is that you were so upset with Bello not choosing you and you feeling like a side chick, but then you're going to give Donnah that side chick energy when she was the main chick. That wasn't cool. That wasn't right. That was flagrantly fucking disrespectful. You tall bitch. And I'm using it not as a reference, but I'm saying it for what it is. Like I said to y'all, we gave y'all the warning at the top of the show. This is grown folks only. Okay? All right, moving the fuck on. Because I just can't. And then Vince says, that was a small miscommunication. That wasn't small, motherfucker. A small miscommunication was, hey, I was going through an area where it was low cell phone reception. So when I got to Duncan, I thought you said, you know, large, but you really meant me. That's a small mistake, motherfucker. Okay? And I put in all capital letters, that relationship is over. And Donnah, when she got asked, could there be a chance? Donnah said, I don't know. The way Donnah looked, like, I really still have love for you, but I really don't. I know I value myself more. And then on top of this, you tall bitch, Lauren, you still texted Vince 3 weeks after. And then you know what? I know this is jumping around, but I'm just going to say anyway. Then Nicole, come to the damn front. You squine Pilates heifer. You need to be squatting on some truth. That's right. You need you need a truth Kegel. So you can expand the walls of you being able to take in truth through your fucking soul. Because what the fuck were you doing? Seriously, you didn't have no connection either. You were on Ant's ass for a college crush that amounted to not a motherfucking damn thing. You cried over somebody who never gave you the fucking time of day, and then you gonna go after Vince?
But
Sincerely.
you can't really blame Nicole in that situation. Only why I say that,
Yeah.
Vince gave her the opportunity. Vince really gave her the opportunity. Now, how she made herself look on the show is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Because she wasn't really clear where Vince stood with Donnah. If Vince would have killed that situation, if Vince would have gave her the real about it, but on the back end of it, when Vince was clearing everything up, with Nicole, it was something that just recently happened between him and Nicole. You know, that's what that was really about. That's what I got from it. I could be wrong, but the connection that him and Nicole happened was something recent. She was trying to make it seem like her and Vince been talking the whole time at school, whatever he had with Donnah. So Nicole, she dirty, and Lauren was trying to be mischievous by in that conversation she had with Donnah at the coffee shop. You know what I'm saying? She knew what time it was. She just wanted to be messy. Because this is my thing. If it was anything more than her and Vince just going out on a few dates, it just would have been that. But you want to come on the show and live there and say, we didn't do nothing. He didn't smell this. He didn't do that. So what you were trying to do was be messy about it. So you can throw that in Donna's face that you were still messing with Vince or had a connection with Vince. So Lauren made herself look real bad.
She did. And Q, I appreciate where you're coming from with Nicole, but I gotta give Nicole that smoke. I have to, because for her to say I did not even know of the fact that Donnah and Vince had, connection afterward. No, if you are in the process, right, let it play all the way out. Because I felt like that was a cop out, because she was like, because when Nephew Tommy asked did anything hit up, and she was like maybe, and she said as high as it got. That's why I'm going after her. 4Q.
See, okay, now listen. Now I'm gonna have to come in and also, I'm siding with both of you, and this is why. Okay, because one, at first, I was like, oh, it's not necessarily Nicole's fault. But then again, it is, because it's like, okay, you're kind of acting like you're oblivious to the fact. And then again, it's the fact that Vince's communication, he was not communicating honestly with any of the women, I don't believe. So that's why I'm like, okay, Nicole, maybe not so much it being your fault. Now, when it became her fault, and when it became like, okay, now you just really don't give a fuck, is after it all came out. After she knew that he was with Donnah, after he said if, things could happen with Donnah, and Donnah said, she didn't know where they were going to be. When it came out and you said basically, I don't care who you're dating, just let me know where I stand. And he didn't even give her a definite, he was just like, things haven't changed with us. And she was so excited because just that. No, that lets me know that she doesn't care if she is just a plaything or a side piece or whatever it is to Vince. As long as she is able to be something, as long as she's still able to do something with him, that's where it became where, okay, now you're being distasteful. Now you're definitely being, other than,
yep,
But just to start off with where we're at with like the whole Lauren thing. You've seen it in Lauren's face when Donnah was talking about it. You've seen in Lauren's face that she knew she did wrong. She knew that she was doing some stuff that was, some sneak stuff. Because Lauren saying the fact that she didn't know that he even had a thing with Donnah, that's a lie, because y'all had dates together. Yep. Y'all had, different times where whenever y'all met, it was your top connections. Donnah was always a part of that. You was there too. So you knew that he had a connection with Donnah. So that was a lie. It's like you're sitting there playing in our faces. You're trying to make yourself seem better. And I agree with you in a way with, what Donnah said. Donnah did say the quiet part out loud because you showed that yourself. By one, not even just being second to Vince, but being second to Bello.
Yep.
And maybe that wasn't what she was wanting to put herself out there, but again, same thing like Nicole. Her and Donnah had that conversation. Okay, you want to give the bullshit that you didn't know, even though we seen that you knew. You was there through the process almost to the very end, so you knew he had a connection with Donnah. Okay. After the fact, you knew that you got eliminated, so you knew that you didn't get chose. Clearly, he chose Donnah. Let's not act like you didn't know this either. Cool. So, again, with Lauren, what made it bad is the fact that Donnah had a conversation with her. They talked about her dating Vince. They talked about Lauren, dating Vince right now. Okay. If this is something that you talked about and you say that you wipe your hands of it, why are you still communicating with him afterwards? Correct. In a way that would seem as if you're still trying to date him? Yeah. And that's what Donnah said. Donnah said, okay, you say these things, but if Vince is showing, okay, he's showing partial receipts because he damn sure ain't gonna show his part. I bet. But you're showing her that Lauren is still communicating afterwards. So Lauren, that's where you come at fault, because you're still doing this even after you know. It's like once you have the information, you make the choice afterwards. So if you get played, that's your fault, because you're putting yourself in a position to be played.
She didn't care.
No, not at all. No. She didn't care during the process. And she's showing she didn't care afterwards.
Yeah, she didn't care at all. And that was one thing I was. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say real quick. The reason why I appreciate where we're taking this, because y'all know how I am. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Give the best that you got from the resources you have. And if somebody doesn't want to accept that, then you move on, but be in peace with what you're able to do. But most of all, make sure that anybody can be a present to entertain, but it takes somebody to be a gift to bless you. And I think that's the thing that pissed me off about both of them, with Nicole and Lauren. Now, from that aspect, that it wasn't Nicole's fault at first, I guess, and I'm only giving like a 0.01%, I guess, of the fact that, you can only go off of what people give you. Okay, sure. But in the same token, once you have known different information, then it's up to you to evolve that behavior to match the energy of where you're supposed to be mentally and of the situation. So that's why I gave the energy that I gave to Nicole, because Nicole deserves all that heat that I gave.
Yeah, after what she did, like I said, after the knowing, that's where it's like, okay, now you're just being, you just don't care. You really don't. Now, let me go ahead and redirect this smoke real quick, because it's going towards Vince. See, I said the part about Nicole and Lauren, but let's go ahead and talk about Vince, because Vince right here is the one who is, he is the common denominator in all of this. The fact that you have such a beautiful woman sitting next to you, and and we even talked about this, the whole process, the whole problem was her timeline and it moving too fast and all this. She slowed herself down for him. She, just like nephew Tommy said, she chose him, and she thought that he was choosing her. And the fact that he was the first one to ask her, hey, if you can, organically just flow with the process, and let's just, organically date, then I choose you. And saying that to someone, that means, regardless of if you're exclusive or not, that means you are giving them the opportunity to be a part of your space, and you are taking that chance too. Now, if it's going to be where, okay, well, we're dating, but we're also dating other people, then y'all not dating. That's not dating to me. I'm sorry, I'm old school. Like, that's not dating. Like, that's just y'all getting to know each other. That's what you call that. Oh, we're just getting to know each other. Don't put dating on there.
Right.
And the fact that that is what happened. And then he gives this lame ass excuse of, oh, well, I thought that in the process, me choosing her meant that we were going to continue on dating or the process. Duh.
Yep.
But that didn't mean that you was going to continue on the process with other people. And if you were, you should have said that to her. Now, I don't want to jump the gun to, the whole point with Nicole, but there's a lot of things that came out with the timeline, which showed that there is some interminglings. Yep. There was some times where some overlappings happened, and he's tried to. This is what pissed me off. Now we start here the first 5-10 minutes, right? And they're laughing. We already got this whole thing about Lauren out, right? Right after this, they go to the confession booth. They sit and they talk. She's looking at him in his face. She's having a mature conversation. They're trying to have an understanding
in the conversation as well.
Right. And even nephew Tommy said, don't you think you should, give her an apology? Oh, I've given her 1,000 of apologies and I should have did this and I should do that. Okay, well, if you knew that, why would you continue on with Nicole? Or why would you even have, if you knew that Lauren would have been an issue, why didn't you say, okay, well, listen, before it comes out, I'm also dating Nicole too. Give Donnah the choice to say, okay, well, I don't want to deal with you because one, you have a lot on your plate. Because one, you're spreading yourself very thin. That's a lot. Yep. I understand doing that, when you're younger or when you're just really not sure, but after this point, this process, you guys have been on national TV, like you guys have actually been through a process of elimination.
Yes.
Literally, you went through a process of elimination to end up with each other, only for you to still be manipulative and still be dating within the process, even afterwards.
And also, too, let me add. It's
just disgusting.
Let me add this to your beautiful point, Gigi. I don't believe in spreading yourself for people who don't spread themselves for you. And Donnah spread herself consistently for Vince throughout the whole thing. Lauren and Nicole, they did not have a connection with Vince, and Vince, motherfucking damn well you didn't have no connection for them. So why spread yourself with people who did not spread themselves for you in terms of connection? Y'all let me know.
Right. Why show, throughout the process, you had a problem, with Lauren. You guys really didn't connect much. You had an issue with her friends, even though you apologized about the whole bitch thing. She even doubled down when it came to her friends being right about you answering the question. Like, even though you answered it and they were definitely trying to be some type of way towards you. You guys didn't have a connection. If you did, you would have chosen each other. You would have shown more, Yeah. But there was none of that. So why is it that after he chooses someone else, after he shows, and after we, you know what? I'm not even going to say he chose someone else. After he was chosen by a beautiful soul like Donnah.
Child.
And this is what you do. You have sabotaged something so beautiful with a woman that you yourself chose for someone you yourself eliminated. And not just one, but two. Make this make sense to me.
Honestly,
I don't understand.
I'm with you. And listen, bro, you went from Donnah to Nicole and Lauren. I am ashamed. I'm beside myself. And I am so beyond disgusted with your behavior. You don't deserve no black Dassy, black Proxy, black imagination because you made a motherfucking decision. Me and Gigi were talking before the show. And I said, you know what? There's a lot of times where I give a lot of, actually, really 10 times out of 10, I give a lot of love, grace, and space. But today, I ain't got that today for nobody on this show, except for the people who fucking deserve it. Because honestly, bro, you had a whole wifey. I was ready to see the spinoff. I gave y'all the opening. I gave y'all the tagline. She's the Rom, you the Calm. Friday nights at 8, 7 Central. Only here. Hashtag on keeping it real. Fuck the damn spinoff at this point. I'm pissed the fuck off that you did this to a grown-ass human being who allowed her timeline, like Gigi so articulately stated, she allowed her timeline to be revised. She allowed herself to have her timeline be revised to give you a fucking shot. I'm gonna say that 2 more times. She allowed her timeline to give you a fucking shot. She allowed her motherfucking ass timeline to give you a fucking shot.
Here, hold on. I got one better for you. She slowed down her time to fit you in.
Come on.
She slowed down her time to fit you in so that you could have time to come into her space. She slowed her time down. She gave everything that was expected of her and more to someone who just, you know what? I don't even know what words to say. And we've said this, listen, Donnah, Vince, anybody from the show, if you guys want to come up, you ever want to come on the show, you ever anything, say your piece.
Yep.
Because at this point, yeah, Donnah, you dodged the bullet, honey, because not only after seeing how he was with Lauren, but then, you know, of course, the whole Nicole thing, which just blew everything out the water, and the after effects of each one. I don't want to jump the gun, but I just want to go in order. So right now, Vince and Donnah, the whole thing with Lauren, we just talked about that confession booth.
Yes.
And how mature that conversation was, and how he seemed to understand, and he was wanting to, you know, take a step forward, you know, and you thought that was possibly a step forward for them, especially after Donnah said, honestly, she didn't know, because you could tell she had real genuine feelings for Vince until Nicole happened, and you've seen all of her feelings just yeah. But let's just go in order. So we see how after the situation with Lauren, how the confessional went with, you know, Donnah and Vince in the booth.
Correct.
Now once we get to the whole, you know, Nicole and Vince thing, I want us to, you know, take a closer look into how that happened, you know, afterwards. So you can actually see, like, you could see the bullshit happen in real time, of course, like, because we're watching it. But yeah, that. Okay, yeah, let's just go.
So, this is why we're family up here. Because I'm usually very calm, cool, and collected. But even Gigi said, Bray, people going, listen, people may not forgive me for what I'm about to say, but also, too, I'm feeling the same way. The great thing about our family up here is not only do we have enough room for love, grace, and space, but we hold each other up in that. And within this commentary, this does not mean we hate everybody on the cast, but we are given the energy of, if any of the four of us did this, or anybody we knew in real life did this shit, we would have the same energy.
Right. And it's not that we hate anyone. We don't hate anyone, but we hate the behavior.
Yeah.
We hate the decisions.
Yeah.
We hate the attitude, the bullshit, the fuckery, the fakery, you know, all of it. You know, that's the one thing I think with us is we give love, grace, and space.
Yes, we do.
But we also gonna also not only give accountability as well as hold accountability.
Amen to that. Amen. Because
So
the thing that, and the reason why we're saying this, and I know what people are gonna say, well, if you really about, you want to have to say that. No, it's called being a human being and executing your emotionality. Because Gigi knows that Braylon is about his business and he does love people. But also, too, when I get heated, but I never get heated unless it's on purpose. And she's the same way. So I just want that to be unequivocally clear that this is from the love, grace, and space of you. When you know that you're in a space to have a blessing, sometimes you gotta say what needs to be said in order for the weight of that blessing to be understood. So, with all that being said, we get to Carday. And in this scene, we get to Nicole, but we got to dog walk you there, okay? We got to take our time here. So, after that Carday, the metaphor thing, it made sense on their reflections of how they saw Carday. And Carday then says, well, whether you love me or hate me. And it's like, bruh, that was such a position that was unnecessary, uninspiring, but also just to really, it was really of an unequaled energy because, bruh, you actually are not a bad dude. You do go around the mulberry bush and you don't stop and take off the mulberries of the bush, but you're not a bad dude. And Dominique said that he was cool, but, she also wanted pressure. And that, Ashley and him connected on gadgets and gizmos, so I'm guessing that was technology, I'm assuming. We didn't get any more context, conjecture, or connection to that. And then Ajante said that, he's not shallow, but he's just particular. And, Shannon was agreeing with Ajante about the ex and what happened with that ex. And Carday said that he hit up everybody. And when Nephew Tommy asked, is there anybody you want to pursue? He was like, well, I love everybody in the name of the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. I'm just like, he just asked you a question. Who? Even if they said no, just answer the motherfucking question. That was basically Carday, child. Gigi, you got anything?
Can I say I did not realize how much he really spoke in metaphors. And I don't know how I missed the point where he said, I am a metaphor. And it was like, oh, Carday. It all makes sense now. Okay. All right. No, listen, I don't know. My strain might have been a little bit high that day, but I was like, it just wasn't connecting. And then today I was like, I get it now. You don't know how to actually pay what you need. Like, listen, it's okay. It's understandable that sometimes, what you want to say doesn't come out right, or you feel that expressing yourself in a way that draws a story. I don't know. But damn it, Carday. And Nephew Tommy, let me tell you, Nephew Tommy, for him to say, you're doing it right now. You're doing it again. And you hear the box. It's happening in real time. Listen,
I felt like he wasn't Nephew Tommy. I felt like he was Dad Tommy. But boy,
yeah. But listen, that also gave me insight also into a little bit of why it might have been so hard for him to take up for the ladies with his ex, because he does not know how to express himself in certain ways.
Correct.
Now, Vince, I don't like you, but for him to say, hey, it wasn't hard for you to grab that ass.
I will.
You got that one. That was a good one.
That was on
Other
point.
than that, shut up. Go sit down in
Yep.
the corner somewhere.
Nope.
But
Definitely.
But
And
yeah, honestly,
he had one other moment, too, a little bit later on, but that's neither here nor there.
yeah,
But
that's neither here nor there.
That was it. And I will say this too. You know what that reminded me of, Gigi? I don't run from danger. I am the danger.
Damn danger. Right.
That's that Walter White line is so iconic in so many ways that I'm just like, yeah. And for those of you who are black, we do have a translation. Okay, just give me a moment. Now, this was inside Carday's mind when he got asked that question.
It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days? Where the hell that bitch live at?
It's not.
Can you just name a day you want to go out with a woman? Well, there's 265 days. Name a day, motherfucker.
Listen, that's like, you know how they say, it's like whenever you ask a woman what she wants to eat, or it's like, don't ask a woman what she wants to eat, ask her what she don't want to eat. That's Cardi. It's like, yo, yep. Cardi, so what do you want to eat? Well, I don't want McDonald's, and I don't want Popeyes, and I don't want Papa John's, and you know what? I don't want STK. I don't want Cheddar. I don't. Okay, but what do you want? You know what? I don't want to go out tonight. I don't think I want to do this weekend. You know what? I just asked you what you wanted. We are in the line right now. What do you want?
Well, hang on, Gigi. Uncle Maurice here. Now, listen. Now, I know about food, quite frankly, and I have to agree with you that this piece of shit bastard. Well, he's not a piece of shit bastard as bad as Vince, but to not know what you want to eat, I mean, it's just tacky behavior. Gigi, I have Maurice here.
Yeah, you know what, Maurice? Thank you for that. It definitely is, but that, you know what?
You
Every
want me
time
to
you hear food, please. Thank you. Your season is over.
Here, and this is not the show where I can come in and just be silly because it looks like I may be deleted today because it seems
yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We got enough to deal with Vince. We don't have.
That's quite all right. All right. Love you all and go forth, prosper, and multiply in y'all commentary because you're doing a great job. Okay, thank you, Vince, for coming.
Yeah, but with Cardi, honestly, with him using metaphors so much and just like not being able to really express himself like that, I can see where it's like, oh, well, he could be shallow, and I understand what Ashante said. Like he's particular, understandable, very much so. But damn, like if that's the case, then it should have been easier for him to hone in on who he wanted. If he was able to open up to Ashante like that, like, hey, hone in on Ashante. Stop, don't try to make other connections where maybe you're misunderstood or, your metaphors aren't going to always hit. Yes. Like it's because it's not always going to hit. But yeah, yeah, we knew Cardi's person wasn't there though. I think we knew that.
Agreed.
We knew that kind of early on, so that wasn't too surprising with everything.
Not at all. And Shirley Bishop, welcome in. I'm glad to have you here as well. And Jaguar, hello in advance, brother.
Hey.
Jaguar will have a lot to say on this, child. Good Lord Jesus. So with all that being said by the amazing GG9 and with an appearance from Maurice there, let's keep going here. Now we get to Nicole. I did get all my energy out about Nicole in the beginning, so I should be able to get through this fine. Nicole, first college crush on Red Love in history. Whoop-de motherfucking do. Ashley then says that I'm guessing y'all were in each other's faces all the time, and Nicole felt away. Nicole, Ashley wasn't even trying to shade you. No, go ahead, Gigi.
Hold on. I was gonna say let's go ahead and give full context because, and I'm sorry, you know, this right here just
You're good.
One.
It's that type.
This was an issue. This was the issue from the beginning with her. Is the fact that one, we knew Ed didn't like your ass. Okay.
Yep.
15 years of you having this crush, and I'm gonna say this, judging by how she acted,
yep,
not only during the show, but during this reunion, she definitely has low self-esteem, and she is, as long as she gets attention, she is willing to damn near deal with anything, and that is very sad. But the fact that, you know, it came that you know, her and Ed have known each other since college. She had the biggest crush on him. She was happy to see him when they got there. And, you know, nephew Tommy's wondering, like, hey, so, because Ashanti was saying that, you know, basically he's emotionally unavailable. And he asked if the other women, you know, felt that way. And, if, you know, and if Nicole felt that way, because also you had this huge crush on him, but he was not in your top. He wasn't one of your tops like that because there was no connection had.
Not at all.
And, you know, so the question was, it seemed, you know, she was more emotional, and it seemed like she was the one that was eliminated at that time instead of him.
Yep.
And, you know, nephew Tommy wants to know, well, why is that? You know, why are you so emotional? Or, you know, what's going on? You know, and she felt like the fact that the day before was their first time that they had actually had their one-on-one date, and then the next day he's being eliminated. And that's when Ashley was saying, like, so y'all were, you know, in college 15 years, y'all probably was in each other's faces all the time. And yeah, Nicole felt some type of way because she was getting cut off, but I feel like she felt some type of way because she knew it was expressed during the show, and she knew he didn't like her. Just like when nephew Tommy asked him the question, and he's like, "Can you repeat the question?" And Ashanti said, "Curved." Exactly, because he never liked her. There was never a connection like that. And for him to finally come out and say, you know, yeah, there's no romantic feelings. We just, you know, keep it.
Be friends.
Yeah, keep it as friends, just how it is. She knew. Just like she said, she tried to reach out afterwards. And come on.
And when Dominique said ouch, and that Ashley said he never even liked her, the reason why I got upset with Nicole was because, like, Ashley was actually being factual. You would think, being in college for 4 years, y'all will see each other a lot, being each other's faces and this, that, and the third. She wasn't trying to shade you. Like, you had a bit of a tinge of being upset at her when really you should have been upset with yourself, that you should have had your faculties together. But apparently you had your faculties for where you wanted to be with your energy, but that's neither here nor there, but we're about to get to it.
But this is what I don't understand, is because during the show, your faculties was with Ed, and you was crushing on him, and that's where you wanted, and that's what you liked. But then, remember when, I think it was meeting the exes, when I think it was meeting Vince's ex, and she's like, I don't like seeing you talk to any other woman. Like, wait a minute. What?
No,
like, okay.
Was that Devon?
Was that Devon, or was that Vince? It might have been Devon.
I think it was Devon, if I'm not mistaken.
It might have been Devon. Because she also didn't like the fact that he had gave all the women gifts. She thought that, she should have been the only one to get a gift if that was, if they were connecting like that. But this is my thing. Like, you had this connection with Ed that you've had this big crush on. You might have tried, but he wasn't feeling you. So, okay, I understand, move on. Then you felt so strongly about Devon. Then come out that you were talking to Vince the entire time afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I'm just so confused. And I understand, hey, you're dating. Hey, have fun, do whatever, YOLO. But this just makes me feel like she is not only messy, but she has some issues of her own. Because all of this, and you would rather still be a second choice. Yes. As long as you're getting the attention from this man.
Correct.
Like, I don't understand. But yeah, after, all of that, and then it comes out, Tommy asking her, well, hey, have you connected with anybody? She said, yeah, Devon and Vince. And then everything just blows up to where she's been messing with Vince and they've been talking since.
But before that, though, gorgeous, to add context, conjecture, connection to it, Nicole said, can I pass on that question? Nephew Tommy, let me tell you something. I got to give you 3 applauses for this, brother, because you understood the assignment. Give me one moment. Hang on. I'm going to give you 3. I think 10 people here, glad to have you here. And one more. Hang on. Because you understood what was happening. And Nicole, this was the, if everything else was just bubbling up for me, this was the volcano that made me give you that smoke at the beginning. And Q and Gigi, gave you a lot of love, grace, and space. I just need to explode. Because this is where I was heated right here. You said, well, based on what happened earlier, I don't really want to say. And Dominique clocked in for work and said, oh, well, apparently it was Vince. Everybody got that feeling.
He said, put a name on it. And you know what? And nephew Tommy called that too, because he said the only one earlier was Vince.
Yep.
Oh. And then the whole thing. This is the shit. Everybody perked up because now we thought it was just Lauren. Now Lauren's sitting there thinking that she's, the other one that Vince chose, when really, no, honey, you were also still a second choice. Yep. Matter of fact, you were a third choice. Because clearly, if Nicole was eliminated before Lauren, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Nicole said out of her mouth that after she got eliminated, she texted Vince, they were texting, and she asked if he wanted to continue dating or if he wanted to wait until after the process, and he said he wanted to continue to date her, right?
Yes.
So this is even before choosing Donnah.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I guess, making his connection strong with Donnah. So you were starting to date Nicole already. So if we're just honest with it, Nicole was your first choice. Because that's who you were dating. Now, during the process, you choose Donnah. Now, Lauren, you're already eliminated, so we know you didn't get chose. So you choose Donnah. Now, this is my thing. She says she didn't know that he chose Donnah until a week before they came on the reunion. This makes me question a lot of things because, one, it's either did you not know or did you not care to know?
Yep.
Because the way that you're acting, it shows that you didn't care.
Correct.
Because it shows even after it had come out, and you heard him even with his mouth say, hey, if Donnah, you're still saying, oh, well, as long as nothing changed with us, and you're getting on giddy and hugging and, like that.
And then when
Anyway.
nephew Tommy asked, "Well, how intense is it? How far have y'all gone?" And then you just giddy with excitement. And this is where I was just I felt like I had no brain. I felt like I was the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz and Wicked. When she said as high as it got, I'm like, you fucking trick. You mean to tell me you want to pass on the damn question? Then you decided that, okay, Lauren got outed, and then you wanted to just hide your sinner behavior.
Well, see, this is the thing is even at that point, I still wasn't like, oh my God, Nicole, that's crazy. Why would you do that? Because I'm still like Vince. Vince, you should have been the one communicating this because you're the common denominator. You're the one who chose and went through this process with Donnah, chose Donnah in the end, all for it to come out that you were talking to Lauren. But then we find out, oh, not only was you talking to Lauren, but you were actually talking to Nicole from the very jump, even before the end of the process. And you and Nicole have actually been sleeping together.
Yes.
So it's not like it's just, y'all are talking. No, you guys have actually gotten physical.
Yes.
And at first, like I said, I was like, oh, this is Vince. Vince is, he's the one who's not communicating this. Now, for her to say you didn't know about Donnah, you didn't know that he was messing with Lauren. I understand you feeling like, okay, well, you want to come out because y'all are physical. This is what pisses me off. It's because after this, now this is what I was talking about, that lens, because after, when we go back to the backstage, which there's a picture of, you go back to the backstage and you have Donnah, Vince, and Nicole talking, and Donna's wanting to know, like, so basically, how long has this been going on?
Mm-hmm. Right here.
Vince, you lie. Vince, you fucking lie, because Nicole already said y'all started talking after she was eliminated.
Yep.
So this was midway through the process that y'all was already talking and dating, because these are the words that you guys keep using. You guys were dating from the time that she was eliminated. But you wanted to make it like, because she said that there was a couple weeks that, basically communication, kind of got distant or whatever. And she wanted to know if he didn't like her and if he found somebody else or was dating somebody else. Mm-hmm. And he said no, that's not it. Now, first your excuse is, oh, well, in those 2 weeks when I wasn't talking, that's because I was dating Donnah. But then she says, well, when you told me that, and you said, no, that's not it because you're working. You go, oh, well, no, I wasn't dating Donnah then. Wait a minute. What was it? And it's so, the way that Nicole was so quick to just say, oh, okay, yeah, I agree with that. No, that didn't make no fucking sense. Mm-hmm. But then I seen how she was, because after Donnah walked away, which, round of applause for Donnah for walking away.
Yes. Give me one moment. Hang on, I'll give it.
Because she seen the bullshit. Listen, she's a mathematician. 1 + 1 wasn't 2, and 2 + 2 wasn't 4.
Yep.
Okay. Listen, she was not trying to be the third in that equation.
That part.
And she walked off. But how Nicole was, and here, give me your hand. Just listen. Just tell me if you don't, if you don't want to be with me, because we came here and, you said you want to be with someone else. Like, wait a minute. And Vince is sitting there, instead of saying, he's talking about, I never said that. What? Okay, so nephew Tommy asking if you would get back with Donnah, you talking about, oh, that's why you said the if, because you didn't want Nicole to feel some type of way. And then for Nicole to, him to say, well, nothing's changed, and you just get so giddy and just, like, that is the part that makes it sickening, and where it's like, okay, no, first I was giving you your grace. Now you're just being you're just nasty. Like, no, I'm sorry. No reason, no wonder why you're basically being done like this. You're choosing it, and you're okay with it. If you're okay with it, who am I to say anything else about it?
Yeah.
But no,
And honestly,
I'm just gonna say I love the fact that Donnah walked the fuck away.
yes,
Donnah,
absolutely.
kudos to you. You are the boss. You don't need none of that shit.
No, not at all. And honestly, Vince, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna say man to a boy. That's where I'm at with your ass right now. I would have not given a fuck about Nicole. I would have given a fuck about Lauren. I'm gonna go get what I was supposed to deserve for myself, but I fucked it up. That's where your priority should have fucking been. Like, bruh, y'all better be lucky me and G up the host of this reunion.
And I'm actually being nice because I said, listen, I told you, I said I'm gonna be that. It's gonna be one. But I've actually been a lot nicer than what I thought I would be today.
No. Listen, you doing your thing, but also too, you have the right to breathe because today is that type of show. Gigi, normally, gorgeous reunions tape about like a whole workday, 8 hours, sometimes 12, right? Can you imagine if me and you were the host of this damn reunion and how much footage they would have to cut through? Oh my God. Y'all better be lucky, blessed, and be praising to God, Allah, whoever the hell you praise to, that me and Gigi were in those scenes.
Listen, as soon as Donnah walked off, Donnah, come on, baby, come here with me right here into this booth. Let me know what you are thinking right now. Because
why you doing that? I'm reaming out Vince.
and you know something?
Make sure everybody's good, cuz
her rushing up to hug him like that and him saying, oh, you gonna get your makeup on me, and him walking off, that was his excuse to try to go run after Donnah. No, leave Donnah alone. Yep. Let Donnah be great, and you go ahead and you be minimum, okay? You be basic.
That part.
Because the way you're stepping in, and this is what I don't understand. You have a daughter, and your daughter is seeing this. Are you telling her that it's okay? If you are, hey, if that's the example that you are setting, okay. But how do you think, as a girl, woman, I don't know how old she is, but how do you think that's making her feel?
Exactly.
That.
If she don't come to you for no advice, you can't be surprised on why. Sorry.
And you know what? Listen, Ed, I'm gonna tell you right now, you dodged it. I understand. You absolutely see what her problem is possibly, and that's why he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay." Because she seems she seems desperate. She's very she seems like she's, what is the word? Like, she gets attached real easily and possessive.
Not codependent.
No, it's stronger than codependent. It's a stronger word for that. It's like, that's like 100 proof.
Attachment style. I know it's
something.
Yeah,
listen. Right. Like, I think we all know exactly what I'm saying.
Hey, y'all beat around the bush. I'm gonna call it what it is. Crazy.
There you go. Okay.
Y'all are beating around the bush. You gotta call it what it is. I was trying to think of the same exact word to say, but that girl, for her to this one, I knew she was a little off. When she sat up there and was talking about, I forgot the other guy's name. Who's supposed to have a crush with him. The one she had a crush with in college.
Oh, Ed.
Yeah, Ed. She got kind of, you can see that she still had feelings for Ed right then and there, right? Then you come back and act like you got so much feelings for Sharp. I'm just like, oh yeah, she ain't got it all. She ain't got it all. No. Bless her heart.
Yeah,
bless her heart.
Whoever gives her the attention that she wants at that time. Because I'd even said, remember when she went on that date with Devon and they met his ex, and she was like, I don't like it when you talk to any other woman. It was like, dang, Like, y'all
I
aren't
kind of
even dating.
Gigi, when she said that, I thought that was kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. You know, every man want to feel like that. Want a woman to feel like, nah, I want you for me. You know what I'm saying?
But there's a
That's
way
how,
to do it though.
that's how I was taking it. But the more context she give us for who she is as a person, you can see. You know what I'm saying? She on that. You know, she done got hit by
Like,
that cuckoo stick.
there is definitely a cute way to say that. The way she
Mhm.
said that was
Yeah.
possessive. She said it with such possession already.
Mm.
Like, I don't like seeing me talk to any other woman. It's like, wait a minute, y'all barely even have y'all even had a one-on-one date? Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
you're trying to, exert possession over someone that you're not even connected with like that. Like,
Correct.
and like I said, the way that she was backstage, where Vince just feeds her some bullshit, and she's
Mhm.
she wants to hug him, and I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry, it's just like, okay, yeah,
And
girl,
before you got back in, I said, usually, I said this to Gigi and our family. I said, usually reunions last 8 to 12 hours. Can you
Mhm.
imagine the staff, the crew, and the control room, the editors, and the production companies, and how much cutting room floor footage they would have had to cut out of me and Gigi? Because Gigi said, I'm going to take care of Donnah. I said, listen, I'm going to ream out Vince and go back on the set, make sure everybody good. This would have been a whole child. Y'all might have gotten a 5-part reunion with me and Gigi hosting this motherfucker, because nobody would have been safe at all.
My thing about it is the content. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few people that you got enough content on. I mean, to really push um a 3 hour reunion. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't feel like, I mean, once you knock out Sharp in his relationship with Donnah, you knocked out Bella and his relationship with old girl. Who else is there really to talk about? I mean, of course you got
we had Darius and Ashley.
Carpet Man, you know what I'm saying? Carpet Man and Ashley, of course you got that, but I mean, what else is next? You see when they actually played a game. I mean, they did it last season as well. They
Yeah,
actually, had to play a game for some filler to extend the episode.
right.
You talked about Cardi. I wish Cardi would have gave more. Cardi blew me. He had a chance to shoot his shot at who and whoever, and he didn't even
Yeah,
go to the gym. He didn't even walk in the gym, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even go in the gym. Sometimes that one thing I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? I've learned, if you wanna if you want to shoot your shot, shoot it. If they knock it down, they knock it down. But you're still better for it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Cardi want to sit there and play it safe. You know what I'm saying? No, that's the part that blew me. Cardi said, "I've talked to all the girls since we left the process." I'm like, for what? That didn't make no sense to me at all. Yes, I've been in contact with. I've talked to all of the women. I'm like, okay, so what are you just there for? Ready for friendships? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what he's there for. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, with Cardi, life is how Cardi makes it, because Cardi is a life that's worth living, because Cardi just, when it comes to the women, Cardi just, I'm sorry, I can't. His metaphors, he just has too many of them. They just go on and on. I just, and that's what I was saying. That's like, now I see. One, I didn't realize how many metaphors he actually uses. But I'm like, Cardi, you have nothing like there. That's why he was gone, and that's why during that process, I think it was when the guys were meeting Dom's friends or whatever. I was like, yeah, Cardi just wasn't there. Like,
Nah,
Cardi
he
fell off.
was.
Cardi was gone, and you've seen it.
Ashley might
Like,
have said it right. She might have said it right. My fault. Not to cut you off, too.
no, go ahead.
Ashley might have said it right. He might don't have any depth to him. It might just be party Cardi. You know what I mean? That might just be who he is. You know what I'm saying? Unless he just haven't explored himself that much yet. You know what I'm saying? But I know one thing he know how to do is grab tail. I took a know how to grab some tail, man. I took
Listen,
a
Vince
know how
know
to
how to
grab
do it too.
tail.
Listen,
Oh,
it
oh,
just
oh.
Vince
happened.
clearly can do it too.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
That was not sharp behavior.
Not at all. That was dull. That was, and
Dog,
my thing about Vince was I feel y'all probably not agree more when I say this, but I felt like Vince was trying to handle everything in a way to give everybody uh, in different parts of outside of the process their due diligence. Like he was trying to, keep faith with Donna, but at the exact same time, be open to date Lauren. But I don't know the depth of him and Lauren situation. You know what
ain't
I'm
got
saying?
nothing going on.
But follow what I'm saying. Now, how in this process, when you get out of the process, the way you handle things is if things didn't work out with Donna, now let me go see what's going on with Lauren. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be trying to get to know Lauren and Donna at the same time, knowing, you know what I'm saying, how it will look and the respect you should have had for Donna. You know what I'm saying? Then when Lululemon came out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? The other two girls, they were out the picture. You know what I'm saying? So what he should have did was just start with Lauren and Donna and said, I'm done dating women within this process, knowing we got to go to the reunion. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, you mean Lauren and Nicole?
yes, Lauren and Nicole. Yes. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying? Because if I really wanted to still have a chance with Donna, if that was available, you knew you was gonna see Donna again at the reunion. So, you know what I'm saying? Why not just, conduct yourself in a way that the opportunity presents itself again? You have a clean slate, you know what I'm saying, to start with. But after you done got doggone put on a whole Jerry Springer um performance in front of everybody, talking to this one, talking to that one. And another thing about it is, um, when Donna thought what she was getting out of Vince was, she thought nobody else was dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, okay, I can feel like this is my person because me and him are locked in. You know what I'm saying? But he want to show his face here, show his face there, show his face to this person, that one, and then can't shut up because he's talking the whole time. And Gigi, who he was, really came out. He hit it for a long time. He hit it for, I guess
Right.
he
Listen, I
fooled me.
knew. I knew. Okay. And I tried, it was what, probably like the last three to four episodes. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to give him a chance. And I think I was more so giving him a chance because of Donna.
Yep.
Donna giving him the chance is what made me say, okay, you know what? If someone like her can open up and actually kind of see something different, let me see if I could look. But now I already knew. And I'm gonna tell you something that just came to me, and I feel like is even more of a slap in the face to Donna, is the fact that during last week when they were talking, one of the things Donna said to him is she actually thanked him for making her feel emotionally safe.
Yep.
And this is what you turn around and do.
And mental as well, child.
And mental, exactly. And you turn around and do this. That right there was a huge slap in the face.
Yep. Absolutely.
Now, one thing about the process, after taking the process for what it is for 12 weeks, 8, however long it is,
No,
then
you had
trying
it
to
right. 12 weeks. You had it right.
okay, so then trying to implement that person into your day-to-day life, I feel like we'll have its challenges. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
for
it's
sure.
all. But one thing about it is it should be done. Anything should be done respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, some of them are finding out they're not ready to love on the process, and they get out of the process and they're ready to love. And some of them are ready to love in the process, and they get outside the process, and they're not ready for that. And for the guys so far, they were ready to love in the process, but outside the process, it's one thing about it is one of the main components of being ready to love is addressing your character.
Mm-hmm.
if your character's not together, when you find love, will you know how to treat it?
Right on, brother.
Will you know how to treat it? So, from Bella to Shaw, you know what I'm saying? Right now, guys, I hope they can take this opportunity to look at themselves and not. Dominique was hurt, you know what I'm saying? Everybody seen it, you know what I'm saying? But everybody also knew that it wasn't going to be what it was going to be, even though she, had a hope. But another thing about it is, Bella, you came to this conclusion all of a sudden that Dominique's not for me. You've been had that idea in your head. You've been had that idea in your head. You know what I'm saying? So
we talked about times
before
on the show of the fact that more about the fantasy than the reality.
Yeah. But one thing that I will say, because, speaking up on Vince and, like going through the process and not being, being ready to love in the process and how things are different afterwards, that is true. But everything is done with your own choice. And when it comes to Vince, we brought this up. Nicole said that after she was eliminated is when her and Vince started dating. They were talking afterwards. She asked him if he wanted to wait until the process was over, and he said no, he wanted to date her, and they were dating throughout the process. She said she didn't know that he had even chose Donnah in the end. And she even asked him if he chose Donnah, and he said no. Okay, so this is him feeding lies throughout the entire process. So you're dating someone who has already been eliminated, who you really didn't have an interest in during the process, and you're going on along with the process with somebody who you are finding an interest in. Someone who at first you said their timeline was such a problem, and you didn't know, didn't know if this was going to be a deal breaker or not, but you guys were able to manage that. And for that to happen, for it to still be where, okay, well, after the show, it definitely is different managing once the cameras are gone. But that's the whole point of communicating outside of the cameras. When the camera's off, once you're not filming, that's the whole point of getting to know each other outside of filming, so that you have that time to know more than just filming. Because sometimes you're tired. You don't want to talk to the people that's there. You might have had a bad day, long work week, you know what I'm saying? Or anything could have happened. Or the person that you're really trying to connect with, you aren't filming with that day. So you might not see that person until the very end of the week.
Correct.
So it is your job to make those connections outside of the show and when cameras are off. And that's what it seemed like Vince was definitely doing. And that's what a lot of them do. They make those connections outside of the show with other people and still play the game while cameras are rolling. Right. And that's exactly what we just seen.
Mm-hmm. And plus, not only that, to tell you the truth, like you saw take the stage, you took my point, elevated, as you often do. But with Donnah, to me, from what we've seen, it does not seem to me that she would not be open to hearing Vince out at all about anything. And that's another thing that hurts, is that the space that they have, it seemed like if you were reasonable, understanding, considerate to Donnah, she is open-minded to just about anything within reason. And I think that's the foundation of all this. The fact that, like you saw Tricky say, she slowed down her timeline to fit you in it, and she was still willing to be open-minded to potentially fix something that you caused. It's just like, bruh, like in the words of Karen Huger, we can only judge what you give us, and bruh.
Yeah, but he's also still trying to make, not to cut you off, but he's still trying to make like connections with Donnah, as we've seen, like just like I said, okay, so at the very beginning with him and Lauren, the whole situation with him and Lauren, Him and Donnah was in that confession booth sitting next to each other. They were close. They were communicating. There was, conversations. I think they were actually even touching, possibly. I don't know. But I know that they were actually sitting close to each other, looking at each other, in their faces. And it seemed as though he was trying to do the right thing.
Right.
When it comes to this whole thing with Nicole, the situation, you see where he was trying to, it seemed like, explain more for Donna's, benefit instead of Nicole, because Nicole, he wasn't giving her any type of answer, but as long as she felt like they were still going to be sleeping together, that's all she cared about.
Yep.
And that's why she said, I know you're dating other people, and that's fine. If you don't want to, date me or be with me, then just let me know. And he said, nothing has changed between us. And that's all she had to hear. So, but you see, it seemed like he was more so like, even with the connection, she's holding her hand out, trying to touch him. He's really not trying to touch her. She ran up to him and grabbed him. He's not doing that connection with Nicole like he does still have with Donnah. But the fact that he does not deserve Donnah.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
But he's still trying to make things right so that he still has that opening just in case.
Right. Like I said, he should have went after Donnah. Fuck Nicole. Fuck Lauren. I'm gonna go get what I was supposed to have for myself, but I fucked it up.
Right. That was the excuse he used with, oh, you're getting makeup on me, and he tried to leave out real quick. That was him trying to chase Donnah. That, in my opinion. He was trying to hurry up. Nicole grabbed onto him too quick and kind of kept him there longer than what he wanted to be. And he had to hurry up and get away. So the excuse was, you're going to get makeup on me. And he hurried up and walked off. Because he's still trying to chase Donnah, but he's still making decisions that are showing that that's not what you want. But
my Lord Jesus, just bro, like I said, that conversation there that happened with Nicole at all. Soon as y'all got back there, you don't even have the right to grab Donna's hand, but you should have said, hey, can we talk? If Donnah said no, you should have listened, and that was it. But if Donnah was open to being loving, kind, and gracious enough to you, y'all should have went to wherever y'all were and said, listen, I don't give a fuck about this reunion no more. I'm going to stay back here as long as it fucking takes. That should have been the priority. Fuck the reunion. Fuck nephew Tommy. No disrespect.
Yeah, the fact that he tried to make it like, oh well, we just started, things only got physical the last couple weeks. What does that have to do with anything? It was already said that y'all started talking when she was eliminated, which was during the process that you was talking to Donnah, talking to Lauren. Like, no. Might as well either be with Nicole and try to make that work. But yeah.
I would just stay with myself because Nicole ain't even worth it. If she's that desperate, if she's that delusional, if she is that selfish to not recognize responsibility just so she can have somebody, no. I'm good. Like I said, you had a hero in Donnah, and you went 2 zeros of Lauren and Nicole. You went from a mathematician with her right mind to a tall bitch and a desperate bitch. Good damn. Okay. Are we good here? We good here with Nicole?
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
Okay. So we move.
And we're gonna say no disrespect. Braylon calling these women bitches. He's not calling them bitches like that. He's upset, okay, now. And what they were doing was exuberant bitch behaviors.
Correct.
definitely was some deceitful, distrustful shit that happened. Absolutely. But saying it with the utmost respect.
Yep. And thank you for covering me, and I appreciate you giving that context, conjecture, and connection, because sometimes when you're watching content, Chris, you're like, I know he or she just didn't go there. We're at an intersection. Like I always say on Virtual Tour Live, we're at an intersection. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And it is what it is. I don't wish any of these people hell, but you do hellish behavior, I gotta give you hell. You do heaven behavior, I gotta give you heaven behavior. Now, on to Christina. Love you, Gigi, as always. You know that. And I know Q loves me as well, and Solana as well, and all of y'all in between.
Yeah, much love.
So,
and it ain't gonna stop, you know?
That part. Over to Christina now. Child. Oh my God, Christina. So this massage thing comes back up. And she says that she did not ask for one thing. Christina, yes, you did, child. You asked somebody to send money for a massage. You did ask for something. Okay, Daphne? So Devon said it was his idea.
I forgot all about Daphne.
You gotta go back to the 70s episode and see why I said Daphne. Anyway, so Devon said it was his idea, and Devon said he paid for it. And
hold on, Braylon. I'm sorry not to cut you off, but we have to be clear on that.
Yes.
Christina made him think it was his idea because it was happened so smoothly in the conversation. And that's why Vince said, oh, she tricked you. Okay, moving on.
Thank you, gorgeous. I appreciate you. With all that being said, yes, that is correct. So all of that, and Vince, you had 0.01% of intelligence, brother. That's all you get. So after all of that, Chris found out about this in another conversation, and said, and then Christina used a scripture in the Bible about being a provider. And I'm just like, oh my God, are we really doing this? Like, it had been what, like 20 minutes, y'all? Like, it had been that long since the reunion started. I'm just like, what? We keep going to the deeper layers of Pandora's hell. And it's just like, why? And so Bello, coming through as the smooth car salesman politician that he is, says, you know, I'm guessing your love languages are acts of service and gift giving, and that men do, you know, acts gradually. Child, how that energy flips back on Bello here toward the end. We'll get to it. And then Christina said, well, I don't understand why the person that I don't have connection with is asking the most questions. And it's just like, you know, you were the one who leaked out the fact that Vince called Lauren a tall bitch. So really, you want to get on to Vince, even though Vince don't deserve no damn defense for any damn thing. But in this instance, it's like, really, Daphne, you really gonna be upset with him? Like, you got up in his face and said, listen, I can know you in 7 days, and you can lick the whipped cream off my neck. You had all that energy for Vince, but now it's different all of a sudden. And she asked, you know, Chris and Bello, did we have a connection? And child, I don't know if it was the editing or what, but nephew Tommy went right into a commercial break after that. I'm like, it was.
Can I just say that Christina gave, I mean, this was another filler for me. Like, I feel like her and Cardi would have been, you know, just great fillers, because one, what she gave is what we seen. It did seem a little payoutish, which, listen, there is nothing. Okay. Full transparency. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being taken care of financially.
Amen.
Okay. And okay, I can't say too much, but sometimes it's understandable. Okay. All right. Certain businesses, payment is necessary. Okay.
What type of payment?
I'm just saying. Listen, servers
So you
get
got
paid.
that paycheck on ready to die.
Listen, I'm just saying. Sometimes, and it's not even just sometimes, because I am an avid believer that time costs, because that's the one thing you could never get back is time. So why not charge for your time, especially if it's a situation where it's transactional? Your time cost. It's not the act. It's not what you're doing. It's the time itself. Okay. Period. Point fucking blank. But in this process, just like Bello said, gift giving is a thing. And I feel like in a relationship, it's mutual. It's not just the man's job. It's the woman's job to give her man gifts. It's a woman's job to take her man out sometimes and pay for the bill. And listen, sometimes men want to be taken care of too. Men like gifts.
Hello.
Flowers aren't just for women. Cars aren't just for women. Chocolates and men like to unwrap gifts too. Okay.
Amen. And that is or if you are the truth. Continue.
So it's very understandable when you want that in a relationship. But again, when you're going through this process and you're first meeting someone and you're in the process of wanting to be loved and looking for love, don't lead with that. Get some understanding. Just like, the conversation, like she said with Devon, it was gradual. It was so gradual that he felt like he came up with the idea. Okay. If that's how it is, then that's a good thing. Let it be gradual like that. But don't make it where you're asking, your connections. You're asking several different people the same thing just to see what response you get and who you get it from. Because now, okay, that takes away and diminishes what you're actually there for. And no wonder why they're saying, okay, well, you're here for a payout because this is what you led with. You wasn't there a good 3 weeks and you already asking them for money. Like, and again, we seen that with Christina. She, how can I put this? She's got, she wants to be a star, but right now she's only a light bulb.
Damn.
Okay. Listen, still bright, but just not reaching as far as what she thinks. Just like, she can't go to a concert if she's not performing because she just, like, come on now, you are not Beyonce. We don't know who you are. Honestly, I believe my daughter has more music on Spotify right now than she probably does. Not saying she does. I don't know. It's possible not. I don't know. I just know that my daughter drops shit damn near every month. Okay. So, oh my god, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you're leading with that. And I felt like that's what it was. And she felt like she was more than what she was. And she expected these men to kind of bow down to her and do what she want because of who she sees she is, which is, hey, fine, have that self-esteem and have that quality, but be realistic too. And I will say this. Honey, looks like somebody's paying for you to be a foodie baby because she done got thick and it looks good on her. Okay. I don't know if she's pregnant, if she just had a baby, or if she just eating good in the neighborhood. I don't know. Devon sitting close like he's paying for all of her meals, and that is fine if you are.
Shout out to the margaritas and apples where you can eat good.
Listen, he want his baby back ribs.
Okay, Chili.
Okay,
listen,
I'm just saying. But she's looking good, okay? So whatever it is that she has going on, it seems like she has some good stuff that is happening for her, and I'm glad, because one thing we know is, even though they're going through this process, their person's not everybody's person's here. You know, it's not there. We see it. It doesn't happen. It is what it is, and that was just one of those cases. But yeah. What you got to say?
Yeah, brother, go right ahead.
Man, this one goes out to Brother Devon. Thank you. It's no way she propositioned you differently the way she propositioned everybody else. There's no way. So for him to sit there and say, yeah, she made it seem like it was I actually made it seem like it was my idea, you know? How in the world did her proposition turn into your idea? I didn't get that. And then, and another thing also, hold on 1 second, son. And another thing also, during the show, she made it seem like Devon did not pay for the whole massage during the show. She was like, yeah, nobody paid for the whole, you know, she said somebody helped out. You know, now she's saying Devon paid for the whole massage and it was his idea. So why in the world would it be my idea for you to go to a massage and I only pay for half of it, or give you something towards it? If it was my idea, I'd have gave you the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So Devon was sitting there trying to save face, you know, not trying to look like, you know, pretty much a sucker, you know, because he paid for it. You know what I'm saying? But if you did, stand on business. Okay, yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? I feeling old girl that I would woo. Stand on business behind it. Don't try and back away from what you did. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you did it with good intention. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was my connection and I would woo. Instead of just sitting here saying, yeah, I thought it was my idea. No, come on, Devon, stop. You cannot be that green. There's no way. So
plus not only that, and very well said, Q. And let me just make sure something. When did Christina and Devon have a connection? Because Shanna and Devon got more of a connection than Christina and Devon ever did. Or is that just me?
But see, in Devon's mind, Devon had a connection with what's Bella girlfriend name?
Dominique.
Dominique. And Devon mind, he had a connection with Dominique. So, you know, a lot of times people think a lot of times, I guess in his eyes, he thought he had connections with certain people, but people didn't really have connection with him. You know what I mean? They just knew, let me connect with this guy to stay on the show. You know what I'm saying? Because time and time again, the connection that he thought he had, the other person really didn't see him as what he thought they were to them. You know what I'm saying? Because Dominique was loving Bello out loud.
Mm-hmm. We go together.
And the way Dominique friends made him feel during that meeting, man, please, bro. They better be glad I'm saved. Because I would have had to tell both of them something for real. Because on the back end of that, ain't no it's no way you're gonna try and make me feel less than. You know what I mean? Nah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But at the exact same time, he got to do a better job of standing up for himself. And I don't think he took the opportunity to do that.
Very well said. Very well said. So I think that's everything on Christina, right? I think that's everything on Christina. Here's Christina again here trying to explain herself here. Yes, indeed there. So then they play this game, child. It's filler, but it was in the episode. It's called Who Said It, right? So here we go. I didn't know Nicole had that kind of shape. It just kind of came out the blue one day. And it was Bello who said it, as you can see here. Now, you have to know, when the Mac is right about something, when he was moving in a fraudulent energy, you have to know that we have gone straight to hell. The quote was, people who have loose lip talk too damn much, and that's Vince. That was Darius who said that. Now, listen, Darius, brother, I said the one time he was right in my notes. Because damn it, you were right. So then, Enchante, the quote was, I got so bored with Corday, I don't want to talk about Corday, this, that, and the third, but I also don't want to talk about Vince. That was Enchante, okay? And Enchante was like, well, yeah, I said that. Yeah, I did. And then, rest in peace, for sure, to this next person. I'm a stepper in real life. I've been with 1,000 women, and it was Richie, who has passed away, everybody. That was learned at the top of the show. So much love, prayers, and support to Richie and his family and his friends, and also to that.
Rest in peace to Richie.
Yeah, So yeah, and like I said, at least he got to try to pursue love on national TV and got the chance to be on national TV too. You know what I mean? So all good things there.
Let's address one thing.
Yes.
Condolences go to Richie and his family. But the comment Richie made, as men, let's really talk about how juvenile that has become. Sitting here saying, sleeping with 1,000 women, it excludes masculinity. That does not exclude masculinity, first off. Hypersexuality does not exclude masculinity. That's not saying because I've done this, and this makes me a man. Your character is what makes you a man. How you treat other people is what makes you a man. You know what I'm saying? So, I wish she would have been alive to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because being ready to love, you know what I'm saying? One woman. How does 1,000 different experiences teach you how to deal with one woman?
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? So, just had to address that right there because I just didn't sit well.
Very well said. Very well said.
That is a good thing. No, sorry to cut it off, but yeah, that is definitely good because being with 1,000 women does not exclude masculinity. That does not make you masculine or, say that you aren't. But yeah, for him to say that it's kind of like, kind of took away a little bit, but still definitely, rest in peace to him. And of course, he probably was exaggerating the number, of course, but still. That just seems a little exaggerated.
1,000 sounds crazy.
I don't even know 1,000 people. So it's like how, you know what I'm saying? Like 1,000 people that you're actually around. No. And I'm sorry, not even in a lifetime. That's just too much.
Yeah.
And
very well said. I read an article actually on this past Friday's show from rollingout.com, and it talked about a study from Hinge. And I believe it's 67% of women black women rather, are more about a man putting quality in a relationship. That's a higher priority than the finances. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have your finances together, but women really are looking for more pressure and commitment than ever before. And I look at it like this because I remember when I was on 3 with the T with Sassy TV from the AO3 and Lil Paulette and the gang, and one of our audience members, virtual audience members, they asked, what's a piece of dating advice that you could give me? And I said, look at how people make time for their life and the people in their life, because that's a really good indication of how they make time for you. I know what y'all are probably thinking. How does that relate to reaching 1,000 women? Do you not know how much mental capacity, capability, and comprehension of your faculties you have to have for one woman? Or your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother? Hello. 1,000? No, bro. No. So very, very well said, Q. Very well said, good sir. And then finally, the last quote. Have you seen Darius? He ain't got an ounce of Barack Obama. And it's just like, bro, if you would have had Donnah, you would have been able to take a victory lap with this, but you can't say shit. So that was Vince. Oh my God, as technology catches up here. There we go. So, shall we get to Bello and Dominique? Oh, Lord. Grand opening, grand closing of a part 1. So, like I said, things happen and things don't. And we see Nephew Tommy says, I keep hearing past tense. And Dominique said that Bello and Dominique would date 2 or 3 times a week. And, it's past. It's over between me and him. So apparently Christmas Eve, there was a conversation that was had. And Bello said, this isn't for me. But 2 days ago, you were in Dominique's bed and you took the kids out. So he said what we've been saying up here, and many other reviewers as well, I believe, that he was not thinking about what he wanted for a actual relationship. So he was like, this ain't working for me. And so Dominique said, well, it looks like your finances and your business are not being in order. And then on top of all that, for Bello to say that Dominique is not worthy of being a wife and a mother after they've already discussed her having miscarriages, this, that, and the third, okay? Which I just felt my whole soul sunk, shooketh, and was smashed. Because, as I often say, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but more than anything, they got to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. And Bello, I got to ream you out just like I did Vince. For you to say that she is not worthy of being a wife when y'all gave that, oh, I love you, you love me, we love we, on the top of that roof, and y'all were riding on each other in more ways than one on that getaway, allegedly. We don't know, but child, you can't be connected. There weren't something to make a connection. But then on top of that, after this woman opened herself up, not just to you, but to national television, that she has had miscarriages. And for those of you who don't know, if you haven't looked at the mortality and maternity rates of Black women in pregnancy, it will piss you the hell off. I remember the brat when she was going through her pregnancy, that there's this thing that can be like an ovarian cyst that can be on top of your, and I might butcher this, so please don't at me, y'all. I'm saying this to make a point, that there can be cysts on top of your vagina. And so they got removed that.
No, wait a second. No.
Okay. I was trying to come
I'm
away.
sorry. That
I
reminds
I
me
was
of
really
like when
trying
my
to come
son was
away with
younger and he said his
like,
fallopian tubes was in his throat. I was like, no, son, you don't have fallopian tubes, and they're definitely not in your throat. So the cyst on the ovaries, which
I
is
meant
inside. Yeah.
I meant it in good faith, y'all. Okay, good damn. It's been a long after show review. Shut up, y'all. Damn. Go ahead, Gigi. Damn it. Shit. Oh, God.
Yeah, just the situation with Bello and Dominic was definitely one. We already seen it. We called it, said we knew it wasn't gonna last. Which is sad. But I feel like what was worse is how it ended, and like how he kind of just basically just threw her away like that, basically saying that she's not, the wife and mother that he wants after them having this conversation. And this was, something that was said, and they both, are very, for each other. And, we seen the passionate kisses. We seen how they were on the getaway. We seen all this to happen. But there was still, listen, y'all can say whatever you want to, but I told y'all there was something about Bello, and it was all going to come out. And we're just going to have to wait and see. I told you, I said I cannot pinpoint it yet, but there's something about him and it's going to come out. And it did.
No, you absolutely did, because then, and by the way, to everybody that's going to at me in the comments, okay, to everybody in the bushes that may want to drop down and be like, you really need to stop talking. Listen, at least I knew what I was trying to say, and I was sincerely, honestly, and genuinely was trying to just give the gravity of, after this woman has allowed you into her vulnerability, it was just the genuine disrespect. So I was not trying to be dumb, ignorant, and amuck in what I was saying, okay? I know I talk a lot of shit up here, and I take a lot of shit on the chin, but sincerely, that was not meant to disrespect anybody going through that. I just felt a way that after all that, that should have been more respected. Go ahead, Gigi, if you wanted to say something.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, yeah, the like I said, the fact that they had went through that process, and that was something that was kind of talked about early on, is the issue that she had, one with having a couple miscarriages, and seeing where he was about it, how he felt, if that was going to be an issue, if that was something he could get past, and it was. So to turn around and say that basically he's not feeling her, or he's not feeling the relationship anymore, and then to do it on Christmas Eve, like you said, and like you said, he was just in her bed, you were around her kids, you met the family. Like, these are things that should be said and really understood before you get to that point.
Absolutely.
So that you aren't breaking hearts and you're not involving other people who otherwise wouldn't be involved.
Yeah.
And just like she said, and something else that is, also telling, he met her parents and her kids, but she didn't meet his family. And she even said that he had another girlfriend. So, and I think if we go ahead and look back let's go ahead and rewind. But I think I said that.
No, you did.
It's going to come out that he's got somebody else. Watch.
Yeah,
it has.
Because we showed a picture of the Reddit that showcased that he was doing something, and somebody said, does it look like it was on the same day? And by the way, y'all, Gigi came in and helped me out with that, because she knows I'm very much well aware, probably more aware of other things going on in the culture than most men on YouTube in our sector. So she was just looking out for, but she knows I meant that in very kind, just, and good energy is what I was trying to say. And to that point, stand on business about me. I did meet your family and you have a girlfriend. Bruh, like you and Vince are just chat. Oh Lord, I don't know what else to say. I'm just
Listen, the best thing to do is leave it how they left it, and this is our to be continued. Because that's where it was at with Dom and Bello. We are at a to be continued. So I mean,
and then we have the preview here with Shannon and Steven. Apparently there might be something happening there, potentially. And then Mercedes, Ready to Love Miami alumni, said the men were subpar. And Christina said it would be inappropriate to say who actually said it. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right then. Well, I guess Daphne doesn't want a clue to be found, huh? Okay. And then we got into an All Lives Matter conversation with Nicole about Devon.
No, that was about Richie.
I thought that was Devon.
That was not. Yeah, no, that was Richie. She said that about.
Oh, okay then.
Which was shocking.
I guess it's Richie then. Okay, my bad. I typed Devon in my notes, but okay, all good.
Well, that's because you've seen Devon react, and you've seen a lot of them react. But she was sitting next to Richie, talking about their conversations after the show and how it didn't work out and how he was All Lives Matter.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you, gorgeous, for the context, conjecture, and connection. And child, that's pretty much it. That's everything. Gigi, you got anything? Because I don't know what to say.
No, listen, we are, like I said, this is to be continued. We will be here next week. So, just ready for next week.
Yeah. Oh man. And this was just part one, child. There's no way in the heck. I just kind of wonder what's the fudge we did see. Because if that's the fudge that made it into the damn show, I can only imagine what we did not see.
All right. Sorry. Ordering food right now. But yeah, this is definitely, I actually agree with Q said. Doing this in a 3-parter, especially after what we've gotten, from this episode. Next week, there's really not going to be too much. We really don't, we have Darius and Ashley, and then, continuing on with Dominique and Bello. It's not really too much more that I feel like a 3-parter would have done, unless we were to extend out, the situation with Donnah and Vincent and Nicole, that whole thing. We extended that out. But other than that, I think we just have to wait till next week and continue on. But thanks everybody for being here. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ucha was supposed to be here, but she's out saving lives, so much love to her where she's at. And much love, everybody.
Yes, indeed.
Hopefully she's here next week. But all right, gotta get out of here, everybody. Good night. Yeah.
Well, y'all, that is our Ready to Love season 11, episode 13 after show. And child, what a after show it was. Anytime that we review Ready to Love, the energy of this show, it brings so many people together in so many different ways. And you do get to a point where it's like, can we honestly believe in love anymore? And I think the energy I had throughout this review was, it's so hard to believe in love because I'm sure that you have friends and family that they are lovely people, but they are afraid to step out there because they've been hurt too many times. And that frequency of energy that I had was just basically just pent up anger of like, I know that people in real life are struggling with trying to find somebody, but you have an opportunity to find somebody and this is what you do. So everything that I said tonight, I meant it based on the behavior. But also too, as I often say, you saw the thumbnail, you know my voice, and damn it, you know why you're here. And to Donnah, Vince, Nicole, Lauren, any of y'all, if y'all want to come up here, feel free. Now we said what we said, but also too, you're a human being, right? This is a moment in time. By the new season, we're gonna have the same energy for some new people. But if anything, I think what this has gone to show us is that we all need to be responsible, not just for what we create and not just for what we consume, but how we invest into each other. Amen. So shout out to everybody in the bushes. Hope you guys enjoy the show. By the way, it was like 10 people, 11 people here. Thank you all so much. Y'all have no idea what to do for us when you guys come here. And like I said to the chef who said this is the best real content about the show, thank you. I said this to Gigi earlier today. When I got on with this team, I didn't know what my place was going to be. I didn't know if I would be able to relate to the show, this, that, and the third. But the show gives me hope, but also shows me what I need to work on too. And I'm glad that in this climate that we are in right now, that was completely unavoidable. That was completely avoidable, by the way, rather, that we have an outlet to see that we can actually love on each other. Amen. So with that being said, y'all, let's get to the daily motivator, then head on out of here. My Lord Jesus. Oh man, let me get the daily motivator up for y'all. Here we go. Greatday.com. Let's see here. Come on now. Let me get back to y'all. I know how technology is. Give me a moment. Okay, there we go. I'm back with y'all. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Time for the daily motivator, everybody. Yes, indeed. Anyone who conducts an argument by appealing to authority is not using his intelligence. He is just using his memory. Leonardo da Vinci very well said. It's time for the daily motivator for Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Missing out. It's okay to miss out. In fact, it's more than okay. In order to do anything meaningful, you have to miss out on other things. If you attempt to be involved in everything, you'll end up with no focus or connection to anything. Choose intentionally how to invest the irreplaceable moments of your life. Seize upon opportunities to involve yourself deeply and let go of temptation to spread yourself too thin. Dispense with any concerns you have about missing out. Instead, focus your energy on improving the quality and purposefulness of what you're actually doing. You're always missing out on many things. The key is to make whatever you are doing even better than anything else you could be doing. Fill your days with people, activities, thoughts, and feelings that give true richness to life. What matters is the fulfillment, of making a meaningful difference, not whether this path or some other one will get you there, rather, Ralph Morrison. Let's talk about missing out. When we talked about tonight's after show and what happened with Donnah and Vince, I think that was really the crux of the episode. I mean, if you want to include Bello and Dominique, I think you could include them too. The first thing I would say about missing out, it says here, choose intentionally how to invest the irreplaceable moments of your life. When it comes to women and when it comes to pursuing your dreams, and vice versa, even with men, if you're a woman pursuing a man, sometimes the hardest chance in life is not the chance to get them, but it's the chance to get them back. And when you have an opportunity like this on national television to potentially bring you somebody that can make your world better, you don't get a second chance to do that most times. And if you do, it's a lot of love, grace, and space that they've done to give you that shot. So the first thing I would tell you is recognize with those irreplaceable moments, if they feel that heavy to you, give a fuck about those moments. That's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing is you're always missing out on many things. For 12 weeks, these singles missed out on a lot of life. But for the life they missed out on, they had an opportunity for life to happen to them with the people that were a part of this experience. What I hope we have learned from what we have seen is that when something's in front of us, we will appreciate, we will invest in it, and we will make sure that we respect our resources to have that be a priority. And I think we can learn a lot from this part one about what priority needs to mean and how to go about caring about priorities. Finally, the third thing, fill your days with people, activities, thoughts, and feelings that give true richness to life. The only way true richness will ever happen is by how it matters to you. If something doesn't feel heavy, it probably doesn't matter to you that much. And if something feels light, then maybe you need to check in on that. It's okay to do inventory every once in a while. I'm going to just say this. Vince, you done fucked up, bro. You really, really did. And I hope Donnah finds her happiness. I really do. And if by some stroke of God's grace, love, and space you get Donnah back, you can't fuck up. But bruh, if you could even handle the privilege of pursuing a connection, you can't handle the responsibility of treating that woman as a wife. I ain't got nothing else for y'all. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why, it's one thing to call yourself. It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. We have spent time with you. You have spent time with us. And hopefully, by spending time together, Roz, we're great together. And always remember where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you are, or you're recognizing the fact that love is powerful but dangerous, but you're recognizing that not because of what love is, but because of who gives that, who invests in that, who tends to that, is the most important thing for love to even form. Make sure the replay is not just where you watch it, not just where you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. We love you, we value, we embrace you all. Always remember, or see love, you gotta give it, or see love, you gotta give it, or see love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, where successes you have achieved upon this particular day, we are extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, I truly don't know how in the world anybody can wake up every day not knowing how to give emotionally. But damn it, if you can't even do the basics right, you don't deserve to upgrade to the best. Okay. Commercial break and fireworks are coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's to come, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, and as a culture. We feel the love and we send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
Child Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.